What's the highest number of birds you have harvested in a day?
Go harvest 1,000 a day, ready to go.
So if you harvest 1,000 now, currently, with this dispensation, with the current price, what would it cost?
10 million.
What is your number one biggest shock since you started?
When they die, it's a shock. Because what it means is that you've lost money. If you put 3 million naira, you lose 1.6 million naira within 3 or 4 weeks. That's a shock.
What can you say is the blueprint to succeeding in poultry farming business? Do you encourage using loan to start up a business?
If you can, don't.
Why? What's the biggest loss you've experienced since you started?
2 million, 3 million at a point.
How do you know the organic ones?
You don't get so many organic in the market.
Seriously?
But most of the things in the market are vaccinated.
But at
90% of them, there's no need to worry. They're all vaccinated.
But at least they potentially just have an idea of it.
All I know is that when you get the regular chicken,
when is the toughest season in poultry farming?
January, February.
Why?
Nobody's.
It's a quiet industry building lots of multi-millionaires and billionaires. In today's episode of Selahmeditate SBC, we're here to interview a man that has been building wealth in poultry farming business. We're going to ask him the nitty-gritty on how he was able to start and build his poultry farming business into success. So he's going to share the blueprint for anyone to succeed in poultry farming and also give you ideas to succeed in every area or in any area of business that you find yourself in. So before we get to him, if this is your first time coming to the channel, take a moment to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on your post notification. I remain your host, Benzik. So come with me and let's go get him. What line of business are you in, sir?
I'm into aviation. That's my prime business. And of course, I am a farmer. I'm into poultry, small to medium-sized poultry. And of course, I'm into cash crops, all these wealth crops, palm trees, cocoa.
How long have you been in this business?
Practically 5 years.
How did you start it?
I just woke up and I said, I've been nursing the idea for maybe 18 years.
For 18 years?
Yes, nursing the idea, but you know, all this noise about safety and so on. But I woke up one day and I said, look, let's go get somewhere. So I got a place and I started a farm. 3 acres of land and I started a farm.
Why did you decide you want to enter into poultry farming?
You start a farm with crops, but it takes time. Like if you're looking at the palm tree, it takes about 4 years. What are you doing for 4 years? Spending money, you're not getting anything back out of it. So the best thing is, what are you going to do that can give you a turnover? Where you can pay the bills for the farmers on the farm with the crops and also pay the bills for the poultry. So that's why I decided to do poultry farming.
How much did it cost you to start?
I can't give you any figures. All I know, I was spending heavy money into the business for the start. And then, of course, you spend money, you lose. It's a new business. We lost a lot of money, no doubt. It's not, if you want to come into farming, into poultry or any livestock, you got to be very careful. I just came in and I spent money.
Like you personally, what's the capital that you use to say, okay, I want to start poultry farming and this is the amount of investment I used to start it up?
Investment will be on your structures, not on the poultry, the stock first, because you have to build a poultry with pens and the equipment required, feeders, this, that, so many things are involved. So that's why I said it's a lot. It's not something you just sit down and say you want to do this. But I did something very big where I could put up 5,000 birds. It cost me about 7 million at that time. That's 5 years ago. I don't know what it costs now. Yes. Let me give you an example. Like today, look at 100 chickens. You probably spend about 600 to 800,000 naira and more to rear it from breeding day one till the day you want to sell them. It's practically probably telling you that you have to sell chickens for about 10,000 naira for one chicken when it's out. But you're not going to look at the cost of deploying the chickens to the end users, those who are going to eat the chicken, which becomes more expensive. Food is expensive. Cheapest bag of food now, average wise, 23,000 naira. I use food of 28,000 naira. Depends on what I want to use. And then I have my own customers that like what I produce. When I started by vaccinating my chickens, but I found out the vaccine wasn't the best. The kind of things you have in the vaccine, I wouldn't like them for a chicken that I'm going to eat. I'm sorry to say that. Diverted and went to organic. So I purely do organic chickens now. I think the only vaccine you might see in the chicken I have is the first day. Because once they get them out, they vaccinate them and they sell to us. And I take, from that moment, it becomes my own chicken. And we give them my own vitamins daily. And you might ask what the vitamins are. I mean, it's apple. You have guava leaves, all sorts of things. Moringa, palm trees, palm leaves, whatever you have that has vitamin C, A, B, all there. Put them together. Pineapples, banana, put them all together, provide their own liquid vitamins, and that's what we do.
What can you say is the blueprint to succeeding in poultry farming business?
It's resilience, patience, and then study. Understand what is going on. When I started, I could bring in 1,000 birds, and in 4 weeks, just 2 weeks for them to to graduate for you to sell, and you lose 60% of it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
And then you're looking at
60%.
You lose 60%. If you have 1,000, you lose 600.
Wow.
And you just look at them littering, and they drop after each other. Something must have happened. And then you go back to the vet doctors, and they tell you different stories. They've eaten this, they've eaten that. They had maybe higher protein here, higher protein. It wasn't good enough for their lungs. Hey, but the food is bad, approved. So higher protein, how? Well, I continued for 1 year plus. And then I reduced what I was doing. So the losses will not be enough. Right now, we don't make losses. We're making profits in trickles, but they say it adds up and gives me peace, gives us joy, and we're seeing that it's growing. And we have some kind of customers who come to us and say, look, if we don't have now, we'll wait. When you have, we'll come pick up from you. I have such customers. Why? Because the taste of what they get is different from the ones, I don't know where they get them from. So that's just how it is.
How do you do your market distribution?
Distribution, you see, it's out of Lagos. The chickens we breed out of Lagos. So we'll bring them in, we'll go there, bring them in, move them, freeze them from the farm.
Oh, you
get
freeze them?
frozen. Yes, we're going to slaughter and we'll freeze, and then we'll bring them out, put them in another cool room here in Lagos, and then we'll release to customers. I tell you one thing, we are not giving chickens to restaurants. We don't give to supermarkets. We give to families.
Oh, you don't give to restaurants, to supermarkets?
Yes, I give to
families.
We're building that market. Families come to us and they buy. We have 10 kg bags. So they buy 10 kg. Some families buy 2 10 kgs for the month. They buy 10 kg, 1 10 kg. Some say, hey, we can't do this. Can we share? Well, that's the
Do you have a reason why you don't give to supermarkets and restaurants?
The stress is plenty, and you look at the fact, some people try to cut you out or undercut you. I'm dealing with you, and then you tell me that you're buying at this price, X, Y, Z. And I get back to see that, hey, your price is almost twice what I'm giving to you on the stand, and you assume your market. So what is the problem? So the best thing is for me to buy where I want to, sell to people who buy it. We're always having middlemen, and when sometimes supermarkets don't even help you as well. They give you a price they will take from you. When they get to the end point, they're making 100% of what they took from you. So just buy to the people who know where to get what they want to buy from you, and they're happy with it.
Now, personally for you, how do you generate customers for your business?
Generate customers, I just told you, families.
How do you get them? How do you source for them?
I don't source for them. Guys, I'm having chicken. I do. You're a farmer. Really? I say yes. Really, yes. Normally, what you're supposed to do is to get a market that will be an off-taker before you go into the business. Yeah? But when I got into the business, I just told people I'm not a farmer. What do you do? I said, I do this, I do that. Oh, really? When will yours be ready? I said, well, 6 weeks, I have chickens. Okay, that's how I started. My neighbors are around. I'm like, hello, how are you guys? I do chickens. You do? Really? Can we see when they're ready? And I show them, they like it, they buy. See? So when you're making in thousands, you're looking for the supermarkets. When you're building yours in hundreds, you're growing the families, and the families is string. And I tell you, it's families in the banks, their friends in the banks, in their companies, they call up. And that's how it's happening.
How do you source your chickens? How do you get them?
It took us a little bit. There's so many people in the market. I won't lie to you, but we found the source. You have different things. They can tell you they have Agribusiness, they have Chi, they have Zatec, so much more names. And then you go to the place, and then people will hide initially to tell you, just meet me at this point, they bring it out and give to you. Until we found where it was, or where it is. And then you get to the same place, everybody's haggling for its products. Agribusiness. I'm with Agribusiness now. I stick with them. I believe in Agribusiness. I believe also in Chi, but I just stick with Agribusiness.
You get them from chicks, from where?
Yeah, Agribusiness has its own chicks. They bring them the supply.
Okay.
In packages of 50 per package. Chi does the same. All of them, Zatec. They have their own breeders. They breed this day old, and as the eggs are hatched, they pull them out for us. To get those who are real, those who don't mix it. There's some who come, you just say, this is Agribusiness, in Agribusiness box. But you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different make production in that same box. Now, when you take the 50 in the box, in a particular box, you find out that, hey, you might only get 10 or 12 good ones. But I mean good ones that will go through the process. Others will just thin out. So what we did, we joined groups. We found groups that are doing organic and also doing vaccination. So they have, and they teach you on the groups, or in the groups. So you learn. So those groups, the group heads provide us the exact aggregate, because they make sure they go and get it. They register and then they call you in, you pay. Make your payments, they deliver to you themselves. They take responsibility. And I tell you, mortality rate to me is like 5%.
Wow.
If not 3 or 2%. And I tell you, if you take care of these birds well, you probably go to 0% mortality.
Exactly the angle I want to go to. How do you reduce mortality rates in this
chicken business? It's care, not waywardness. Care. Okay. You have to look after them. Take them as babies too. Just like you have children, look after them. You don't like your kids to cough and you don't look at it. The birds are coughing. Some people walk past. The guys drop food for them and they walk away. The next day, the bird is dead. Because you didn't nip it on the board. You hear him, and you walk away. And you fed it. You give it water. It's coughing. And you're walking away. Why? It takes 72 hours, the birds are dead. Wow. They start dropping. Because when they start coughing, they start spreading it. They're all clustered together. One drops, 2, 3, 4. What's happening? Who killed my? Who's killing my birds? Nah, you killed it, or your workers killed it. Not anybody. They have this dysentery thing, coccidiosis that they talk about. I have not experienced that in my farm for 2.5 years now. Why? Because I'm using organic. I use organic things. Antibiotics are all organic, like bitter leaf is antibiotic. It's the best. We have ugu blood tonic. We have water leaf vitamins. So we have a mixture processes that they take every day, mixing their water. So we don't have dysentery. We hardly have cough. We have things we use during the hot weather. When you see them with their mouth open, they're gasping for breath. Mix water with some baking soda, and it just calms them down. But these are things we learn. Okay. So if you are getting into the business, get to study and understand how to keep them. Workers are a problem.
I think that's the major ones. They are the
major problem, the workers. So if you are lucky and blessed to have good workers, fine. But
so that means they could intentionally just allow them to die?
Maybe intentionally, maybe not. Maybe, what do you call that thing? I don't really care.
Indifference.
I just want to make my money and go home at the end of the month. That's the attitude of most workers. They are paying me okay now. At the best, then they eat their food. Coming at times when you don't tell them you're coming, you find them sleeping. And when you find them sleeping, that's when I'm walking around and I say, hey, that bed is no, bring it out. And they pick out the bed and they find the bed can't stand.
Wow.
So you say, you just fed the bed. You say, 1 hour ago. You say, yes. I'm looking at the lady or the guy. I said, so what do we do now? Take them to the normal, move them to the emergency bay. Substitution. Give them more food and water. Let them only eat and feed. Vitamins and so on and so forth. And luckily we resuscitate them.
Now, for you basically, how many birds did you start with? How many?
I started with 2,000 birds.
2,000?
Yes.
That 2,000, is it what cost that 7 million?
No, I said structure was 7 million.
Okay, the structure was 7 million. And the birds, 2,000 birds, cost how much?
As at that time, if you look at 2,000 times 600 naira, that's 1.2 million, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
1.2 million.
Yes. You will
if
get
you join it plus the other one.
It's not 600 now. Yeah, it's 1,800, 1,700 now. So if you want to do that, you better multiply that by
by 2,000.
Thank you. Then you know what you're paying.
Wow. So that means that time plus the structures, everything costs you around 9 million roughly, or 10 million.
Well, if you say so, I just look at the fact that structures of 7 million, and then you look at bringing the beds. And when you bring in the beds, remember you've not bought the food. You can spend 1 million on food.
That's also another part
if
of
you
it.
bring 2,000 beds, you better hold 1.something million
for food.
Yes.
Wow.
Because there are stages of food. So it's not.
What are the stages?
Okay, super starter, when they first start, the first 1 week. Then you go to starter, 2 weeks. That makes it 3 weeks. Then you go to grower.
Okay, as they are growing.
From grower, you go to finisher.
So as they are growing, you're changing their food?
Changing their food.
Wow. It's not one food they start with from beginning to the end.
So you change the food to match their metabolism.
Okay.
That's you keep buying.
Wow.
Sometimes you bought the food. Most of this good food come from Kaduna by road. Sometimes you bought, and then towards, especially when you have large ones like 1,000 or 2,000. When it's time for you to finish to the finishers, there's no finisher in Lagos. That's what I said to you earlier, I think. I said, for now, today, cost of 100 beds, it's about 800,000 naira, plus or minus 200,000. Because all those things depends on what you take, what you see, incidentals that you don't know about, what's going to happen to you. But I say one thing to people, or to all of us Nigerians. If you want to do this, why don't you start? You see, a cubicle room, 10 by 10 room, 10 by 12 room, people have them in their houses. Just clear it and follow the process. Go online, they will tell you how to do it in a room. Newspapers on the floor. You do 50 beds. 50 beds is not a big deal. Yes, I told you 400,000, 600,000 plus this one. You just look at that cost, divide it into 2. Start, feed the beds. If you can't do 50 beds, buy 10. See your 10 grow. I met a young man then who put my first workers through. My first 1, 2, 3 workers I had. He put them through somewhere at Aponjo. An Igbo man. And he just does 20 beds. And the beds were doing well. Put on good weights in a small space in his kitchen. He just created space for them in the kitchen. And they were growing, they were big. But what was he doing with them? Pepper soup.
Wow.
Customers.
Wow.
Downstairs was a beer parlor, which he owned. So he made chicken pepper soup. People were buying. And it was a continuous thing. Every week he got another 20. So it depends on how you want to look at your business model.
Aside from the challenges you've shared so far, what are the other major challenges you face in this business?
It's the land. You buy land in the villages. The next thing, somebody tells you they didn't give him the right space of land, and because this land is not fully yours. And they still sell land by throwing a stone in some parts of the village. Families, a family might have 10 acres, and then that acre there is the word. They just point at it. It's for number 1. This one here, this center is for number 3. Maybe you bought this whole part, and they said, no, you infringed into my parts.
Wow.
And then you must pay for the infringement. And the man says, I don't want to let it go. You must be paying lease every year. Land that is actually yours.
Now, if someone is thinking of coming into this poultry farming business, what would be your top advice for that person? If the person is even talking about, I don't have any capital at all.
Like I said, just start small.
Do you encourage using loan to start up a business?
If you can, don't.
If you can't, don't.
If you can get loan, don't take loan.
If you can get loan, don't take loan.
Don't take it.
Why?
It hurts. I told you 2,000 birds and you lose 60%.
60%.
Are you going to pay the loan? The banks, Nigerian banks, even the BOI, they don't understand what it takes to do farming. They tell you, we're going to give you this amount of money, but you start paying by the next month. It doesn't work like that. You don't want the farmer to succeed. You must give them moratorium. Moratorium. Time, space. The guy is investing for the agriculture that you say you want to grow. Allow him 6 months to 1 year, and he will begin to come back to himself. When you choke him up the next month within 30 days, the first set of beds he's bought has not yielded anything. If he's not doing beds, he's going to pay plants like the palm tree, which is a major good cash wealth this thing. And then it's for 4 years, and you're telling him, you give him money and you say, pay me back my money in what? How many years? 2 years, you must return the money. Hey guys, easy. Taking loan for farming is not the best unless you have established yourself properly as a good farmer that you are bringing proceeds. Then you go to the banks and you talk about taking loan. The government still has to do something to make agriculture. And you see, the truth is bitter. It's only agriculture. Forget about oil that can bring this country back. Look at it. You have charcoal, you have minerals all over the place. This country is blessed. We're just on top of the equator, I believe, yeah? So some are below the equator. There's a line across the equator. Those are the places where you get the wealth farm plantation. Okay? You look at palm tree, it's the best, number 1 in the world. When I say number 1 in the world, means what value chains can get out of palm trees. Everything. Granite oil, palm oil, things you use for making lipsticks, soap, cream. People take poison, you take a spoon, nullifies it. The Edo kingdom in those days, before they came into the war with the British, the electricity they had, the first in Africa, was from palm oil. What they destroyed, the people that came to for the war destroyed the process. But what it is, palm oil as at 2024 October has been found to generate jet A1 for fuel for the aircrafts to fly.
Wow.
That means you need to have as much palm oil as you can generate. But it was down from Indonesia. I flew from Indonesia into Europe.
Wow.
Perfect. Perfect. So we should look at what we don't understand yet. Let's go back to the land. Agriculture is where it is. You have all sorts of agricultural produces in this country that can feed our neighbors and the world. But what we're doing is what can feed us, because we have not expanded.
Well, I guess maybe the insecurity is one of the major problems that people are not going to the farm.
It's insecurity, but the government can fix insecurity.
When they are not doing it, what do you do?
The people should fix it.
How?
They have a way of fixing it. They have your vigilantes around your groups. People that come into your farm area or your state should duly register themselves. Go to the police, local police, and register yourself. Where is your accommodation? Where are you keeping yourselves? We are not fighting anybody.
When people invade your farm, kill you like what they did to Bing and things like that, how do you counter that kind of issues?
Those places, but I tell you one thing: if you have processes, things will not go on escalation.
So are you saying this in this Nigeria that we are in?
Let me tell you one thing: the problem is us, me, you.
How?
When we see it happening, we keep quiet. You don't speak out.
People speak.
Who did you speak to? That's the question. Who have we spoken to? Who have we exposed? You see, I don't want to say too many things here, but I tell you the truth. We are the problem.
Why insecurity is going on?
Everything is going on in the country. We are the problem. We need to wake up. We need to tell ourselves the truth, the way it is.
Now, if someone, now you mentioned taking a loan is out of it. What if someone wants to get someone that will borrow the person? Okay, let me get someone that will borrow me money. Or the person wants to sell an investment, like a property to sell to come into the farming business.
You can do that. You can sell your investments. You know it's your money. You know nobody's going to harass you.
Okay.
So you have peace of mind. And then you grow into it and do your business. But when you are going to borrow money that the next day they are knocking on your door, it's not worth it. For poultry, livestock, forget it.
Wow.
Just don't do that unless you have your money.
Okay.
And then you can take the shocks, because shocks come. A lot of shocks.
What is your number one biggest shock since you started?
When they die, it's a shock. Because what it means is that you've lost money. If you put 3 million naira and you lose 1.6 million naira within 3 or 4 weeks, that's a shock.
Can't it be avoided?
How do you want to avoid it?
By making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's.
Everybody's doing it, but they're still having losses. Workers. That's why when I say me and you, the problems of this country is me and you. Means everybody, you employ a worker, give him this, give him that, provide accommodation, and he's nonchalant to the beds. Won't they die? We need to wake up and be normal people. We're not normal yet. When we believe that we need to do, you have workers that you pay salaries, but they are not serious.
True.
And they just walk away, do their thing. At the end of the day, just bring my money and let me collect it.
And go.
How are they sure that money can stay for long for you to continue paying them when you are making losses? They don't care about that. That's why you see they said the market and employment is high. So many people took themselves out of the employment market.
True.
By their attitude.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about this, is a big shock when you are doing business and you plan for it that shocks will come. Those kind of businesses like livestock, the shocks will come. Be ready. That's why I say resilience. Be ready to do this. And then when it happens, say, okay, what do I do next? Your plan A, B, C, D must be there. Otherwise, don't get involved. If you think you want to bite into that and make money today,
you're on a long team.
I welcome you to the club.
What's the biggest loss you've experienced since you started?
2 million, 3 million at a point.
What's the highest number of birds you've harvested in a day?
Go harvest 1,000 a day, ready to go.
And that 1,000 could cost how much?
When I did 1,000 a day, beds were going for 8,000 naira. Now beds are not 8,000 naira anymore. Depending on the weight, 12, 13, 15,000. And during festivities, people shoot up. I don't know why they do. They shoot up. Our prices go up. Because the food prices will go, transport costs will go up, everything goes up.
So if you harvest 1,000 now, currently, with this dispensation, with the current price, what would it cost?
10 million.
10 million. So that potentially one can make 10 million a day in poultry farming.
It's going to cost you 10 million. That's what it's going to cost you to put them ready. 1,000 beds will cost you 10 million as the man, the farmer, to bring them out for harvests.
What
You
would
don't
you?
make 10 million a day unless you do 50,000 beds. The
Ah,
profit on these beds is small, it's marginal. The money you invest is 10 million.
then how much is the profit you make from investing 10
Maybe
million
1.8, 2 million.
daily?
Not daily. You don't make beds daily unless you're a big factory, large. The beds come like that, and then you harvest them, you clean out. Another set is coming in a week's time, another set is coming, and they come once, like weekly, depending on your plan. Some do every 3 weeks, some do every 4 weeks. Because, see, the cost of preparing these beds, if I have 100 beds now, for example, I prepare 100 beds. The beds are available every Monday and Thursdays for pickup as day-old chicks. If I say I'm picking 100 now, it's 6 weeks before they are due.
Okay, it takes 6 weeks to
6
get
weeks to
every
get them
bed-
ready.
Get them ready.
Next week, I pick another 100. So that it means that every week I am harvesting every week from 6 weeks. Then be careful, because it gets the time when the cost of food, these 100 beds can take, sometimes when they get to 5-6 weeks, they can take about 4 to 5 bags a day of food. 100 beds.
Wow, 45 bags of food.
Yes,
And
when
how
you-
much does it cost for those food?
I told you 23,000 is the cheapest.
Per one?
Yes. So now you begin to work. Once they get older, if you make a mistake and allow your beds, when they make the mistake at your workers of skipping regular food for them, they might get up to 7, 8, 9 weeks. That's why when you say, because I just laugh. Some of them don't make the normal 6 weeks because of negligence somewhere. What do you do with the beds? You have to process them. First of all, go back and see if your job brought them in. Go back to starter. Feed them starter for 4 days. Get them back to grower. Another 3 days, then get them back to finisher. They begin to pick up weight again for the market.
Are there those that inject their best to make them grow faster?
Well, people do that thing. I don't know about that injection business. I just grow my organic, make sure they're ready, and they go out.
How do you know the organic ones?
You don't get so many organic in the market.
Seriously?
I'll tell you after this.
No,
I can tell you.
it's part of it. Let people just learn so people can know what they're buying in the market.
Well, most of the things in the market are vaccinated.
But at least,
90% of them, there's no need to worry. They're all vaccine.
but at least they potentially just have an idea of it.
All I know is that when you get the regular chicken, local chicken, you know how they are, skin color, when you remove the skin. So look out for white chickens, that's organic.
So those reddish, pinkish ones.
Oh, you do? You know? Okay, why are you asking me?
No, if they are reddish and pinkish, means they are not organic.
I don't, yeah, well, they're not organic, practical. The organic ones are just like what I just told
Pure
you.
white.
And you know what the local ones, you eat local chickens. Local chickens go out and take organic food. If you treat them like that, they will be like local chicken. If you treat them the other way, they'll come out with your pink colors.
So since you have started so far, can you be able to estimate averagely what you make within a month?
I mean, a month and a half, 500 chickens monthly and a half in the tree.
Okay.
But when you look at that, you're probably saying you're making close to 600,000-700,000 after you pay your expenses. My intent wasn't to make poultry. It was to do country, cocoa, and the cows.
And you're going into there gradually.
Maybe, or maybe I'll stick to this business. Because the livestock is a tight situation. It's quite hard. Any little mistake you make, your money goes deep down. So you have to be careful for livestock. Make money. On the cows, you lose one cow, you know how much it is to lose a cow. So you must have spent food, money, food, all the food, the milk, whatever you give to the cows, and then you lose one. And the cows we're looking at were cows that can give you milk. You're not going to cow business because you want to sell the meat. You will have the ones for the meat, you have the ones for the milk. So if you do that, it means you have to get the Frisian cows, the Dutch cows. The small Dutch cow costs you like $500,000 before you grow it. What if it dies before you are through?
What about your eggs? How do you do eggs? You don't harvest eggs and sell.
I started initially, but I stopped. Theft. And you stop. You have to secure the place properly.
So because of theft, that's why you stopped it.
That's why I stopped it.
Can't you find a way to manage that?
We'll get there. We'll get there. All we need to do is make sure that we have the circuits in place.
How do you ensure credibility and trust with customers?
Customers are always good. The ones I deal with, I don't have a problem. All my neighbors, my colleagues at work, everywhere, I don't have a problem. They just order for it, they deliver. The delivery vehicles go deliver for them, that's all. So there's no worries. And they tell you, we don't like this chicken, we don't think it's smelling properly. So really, send it back. Because sometimes you may not be too sure. When you put this fresh meat and it's frozen, sometimes no. but once in a while. And that was just like 2-3 weeks ago. And the lady says, no, this thing has a smell. So I don't really return it back. When they return back, when we accessed it in between, when you drop these chickens into the cooler rooms, some of them will be mixed together. Now, in between those, the two mixed points might be a fresh part that has not frozen. And it may remain there, and then you are moving it. But the other part is frozen. But that small part is not frozen, it's soft. And when it doesn't pick up what it wants, temperature changes. So you must make sure that it's all frozen, stone frozen, before we move them out.
When is the toughest season in poultry farming?
January, February.
Why?
Nobody is spending. They spend all their monies for Christmas. Temperatures.
10.
The Hamilton period
Okay.
has come. You need to spend more money on heating charcoals, or you use infrared lights to keep them warm. Otherwise, they will just be dying one by one. It's so cold. Those are the tight periods.
Why do you think people fail in business?
You just have to be ready. Business is an innovation. You're an entrepreneur. So wake up with things, plan for yourself, but you must be able to innovate. Don't say that, oh, I'm doing well now and I'm good, and then you stop planning for the future. You must be able to plan for when things change. Now you're doing chickens. Like you asked me, going straight to the companies and co. I don't do companies, like I said, for now, or restaurants. I deal with families that I rely on. Now, what am I going to do after the families? That's what I'm thinking now. But I must start next year, January, which I can't say now. So you must be able to plan ahead. Don't sit on your back and say, yes, I've done it right. Nothing is right. That's why you see, not just what I just said to you, businesses have updates. The computers, your phones have updates, periodically updating. Yeah? Change, they say, is a constant. So don't do a business and sit in one place and think it's going to continue to happen. Business will happen to you and take over. That means lock you out. Somebody else will come and take over. As you are doing business and it's doing well, people are watching you. Somebody else wants to join you and do the same business. When it's coming to the business, you move the next step. That's the updates I'm talking about. Never sit in one place. Keep moving. Keep doing better things. Yeah?
Now, you are into aviation and now you diversified into a poultry and farming business. What do you think about diversification and when is the right point for people to diversify?
You can diversify anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime. When I started flying, I have been doing other businesses from the first day I started flying. Make sure you are not caught napping. In aviation, when the job, wherever I'm working, says, the company is shutting down, are you going to kill yourself? No. What do? The next thing is move, take the other spots. Not that you're moving, but that business that is running, stick to them.
Some people advise focusing on a particular business to avoid others failing so that you can grow on it. So, but you're saying you can diversify at any time. What do you think?
People tell you now, not only one source of income, right? When I started flying, I had a sticker at the back of my car. It says my take-home pay won't take me home. That's 41 years ago. And people ask me, with the money? I said, can't take me home. I have to make other sources of income. Then, that is why any company I had worked for that had its own problems and their scenarios, I never worry, I stay there. If they are reducing their staff strength and I'm still there, I remain there. Why? Because my other businesses are bringing income and I'm moving ahead, I'm forging ahead. And I do what I want to do. You cannot stay in a particular business and survive worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yes, it's no business you want to stay in and say you want to survive. Let's be honest. Check those people that are called the biggest men in the world, or these phones and co. Go and find out they're in logistics, they're in other angles. Their company is not only one company. Mention them, we'll tell you.
FedEx.
Is it only, what do they do?
Logistics.
Send you meals.
That's the only thing they do.
FedEx, always find out what is logistics. Before FedEx is calling logistics, all they do is move mails. Is mail logistic?
DHL.
Letters. As in logistics. It's not logistics. They now graduated into logistics. They are parcel guys. Why is your night post not logistic?
So everybody must diversify.
Everybody should diversify. It's not a must. If you don't want to diversify, stay where you are.
Now, what's your best business leadership advice for anybody?
I'll tell you one thing. Leaders must listen. They must listen. The youngest man in your business, like, let's say you are the business owner, the youngest man there may have one information that you don't have. It might sound very stupid, but pick it from him. It makes you a better person.
Yeah.
Because what you have, he doesn't have.
Yes.
You just take him what he's got. And then look at what they are saying to you. Let's think about it. It might just make it and give you another step ahead. But don't say, what does he know? I pay him. No, it doesn't work that way.
Very true.
For you to find him suitable for that position means he knows something. He knows something for you to have employed him or your HR to have employed him or her. Find out what he's got.
What is the secret to getting sales in business?
It's you. It depends on what you want to do. Sales in business. You are the secret. It's what you do, how you package your products. Is what gives you the business you're looking for. If the packaging is bad news, nobody will buy. There are some oil products in the market. There are some wine you drink. Look at the bottles. When you see the bottle not appealing, you walk away. You go to the next one. Remember, the bottle that wasn't appealing was the right wine. But you didn't check the price or the details. Why? Because it didn't appeal to you. Pick the next one. Put it in your shopping basket. You're gone. That guy is waiting. That's the real wine.
Wow.
But he has refused to spend money on packaging. Package yourselves.
Wow.
Simple.
So how do you do personally to get more sales for yourself? Aside from just word of mouth that you say you share, what are other marketing strategies that helped you?
It's my product. It has the stickers, has the information on it, has the details, and the fact that eat first. When you eat it, you will not run away from it. You will love it. You will love life.
Is everybody built for entrepreneurship?
I think so.
Why?
Because you can be an entrepreneur. You can decide to manufacture anything by yourself.
Some people say not everybody is built for entrepreneurship.
Everybody is built. What makes you an entrepreneur? Sorry, I'm giving you that question. It's an enterprise. An enterprise is sitting down and you come in to take the enterprise to effect it. What you're doing to me is an enterprise. Am I right?
Yes.
And you are the entrepreneur. All you need to add is innovation to this, what I'm discussing now. And why you became who you are doing this is because you have the money to be able to buy what you want. It's a matter of sitting down and you are thinking, what do I do? I like this thing. Everybody likes something. How you want to effect it depends on you. Once you like something and you want to effect it, you're already an entrepreneur. You just have to get the money and plan it out yourself. I haven't seen any child that is not an entrepreneur. Child thinks how to get up to work. He wants to get there. How does he get there? He finds his way to get to that spot. Entrepreneurs are not meant for anybody, not for everybody. You just have to say, you just drop your own, you lose it. Once you ignore it, you've lost it.
Wow.
But you can do it because God created everybody the same.
The same?
Everybody is the same.
Even when God gave talent, He didn't give everybody the same. So how can God create everybody the same?
He created you the same. You didn't know how to do it.
But God gave some people 5 talents, 2 talents, 3 talents.
Talents for investment. The man with the 1 talent, what did he do with it?
He buried it.
Because he was a wicked and what?
Selfish.
Thank you. He knew he was wicked and selfish, so he gave him 1. He knew what he would do. That didn't mean that that man could not be an entrepreneur. But man is his own self. Man is himself. A man wants to be himself, he will be himself.
What is the major reason why a lot of people are poor in this part of the world?
We are not, there's no exposure. And I think the government should expose people.
How?
Show us what we can achieve. The system, we need exposure. Some people just sit down and it's from their house to where they're going to and coming back. But most people do not understand that they could do better than that. There's so many things that can come on advert or the screens that people can understand what I can get, what can government get. Government has a lot of things they say they are doing for the people, but people don't know those things. You need to be enlightened.
Like?
I'm not going to. There's so many things. You just wake up and you see something is happening. I go online and people are sending messages that this is happening. I said, from where? I'm attached to Ladoke Akintola University where I did my second master's. And then I see things on Ladoke Akintola's forum. So, does these things exist? Yes, they do exist. But how do those people know that majority don't know about it?
Many people complain about enabling environment for entrepreneurs to succeed in this climb. What can you say about that?
It's enabling, but do we have the enablements? That's the question I'll ask and I'll stop there.
Do we have enablement?
Do you have the enablement? You're coming for enabling environment. Is the enablement there for the enabling environment?
What do you mean?
That's why I say I stop for today.
People should be able to understand what you mean.
I'm not a politician.
Okay, this is the final question.
No more questions. You said 2 questions.
Yes, I just asked one. Asked one. Let me just close it with this one. What's the number 1 skill that anybody have you will succeed in life or in business?
I don't know about that. The skill is inbuilt. It's you. You decide your skill.
You decide.
You pick your skill yourself. How can I say no one skill that everybody must? It's not possible.
Seriously?
It's you that make yourself who you are. It's you that gives yourself the skill. I keep telling you, the people. God didn't make anybody with a skill, did he? But everybody has skills. Your skill enables you. You see, if you watch some things you see online, you just imagine kids waking up and they're online, they're making business. That's a skill. Did you know those skills existed? But the kids woke up, hey, they gotta do this, and they're doing it. I say, hey, so this thing is making money. How did he get the skill? It was not advertised for anybody before. So the skill is there, and we can use our heads to achieve the skill.
Just share your closing advice for everybody.
Everybody should wake up. That's all. We should all wake up. Your success is in front of you. You can look at it. You're looking at it, sometimes you forget it. You don't even know it's there.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's the name, sir?
Kenneth Wemambu is the name.
So I believe you've learned one or two things from this massive wisdom that he has shared in this video. This is Selahmeditate SBC. He has given us the nitty-gritty and the blueprint that you can also use to succeed in your own sphere of influence or in poultry farming. Thanks for watching. If you value what we do here, take a moment, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on the post notification. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.